Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeanne, Agius, your self-care coach. This is the channel dedicated to prioritizing self-care in every aspect of our life so that we feel and be the best version of ourselves. And in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my favorite stress relieving technique that has been in my life for quite some time now, and that is running. The benefits of running, how to start running, how to enjoy running. So if this is something you're interested in, then keep on watching. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new and just joining for the first time, a warm welcome to you all. Do stick around. I post weekly videos all about providing you guys practical tips on how we can implement self-care so that we can live a guilt-free life that we love. And in my program, Survive to Thrive, I specialize in stress management techniques, and I provide a lot of exercises that we can use to help relieve the tension and also the stress. And in particular, I talk about running. Now, running has been something that I have incorporated in my life for quite a couple of decades now, and I do use it as a way for me to release stress. However, it is a love-hate relationship that I do have with it. The idea of getting out of bed and going for a run and putting on, whether the weather may be cold or not, it might always seem more exhausting than the activity itself. But I never, ever regret the feeling after coming back from a run. And it is the most invigorating and recharging and most calming feeling in the world. And whenever I feel myself stressed and overwhelmed and feeling any anxiety, I always go for a run, or at least I try to push myself to go for a run. There are so many benefits of running, and not only does it help relieve stress, but it helps with the cognitive decline. It helps give you exposure to vitamin D if you couple it with running outside. It helps increase productivity. It helps you have better night's rest. It helps you really be in a calmer state of mind. And it also helps with brain power and your creativity levels. So as you can tell, it is very hard to run away from running because it is the one activity that gives you so many different benefits. And it's not only good for your body, but it's great for your mind. So I'm gonna provide you guys with some tips on how we can get started on running, especially if you are like me and have a love-hate relationship with running. First and foremost, you have to have the appropriate gear to start running. And one of the top reasons why people fall out of running is because of injuries, or that they say that it creates a lot of soreness in their knees and their legs or their ankles. And one of the reasons is because they likely do not have proper gear and running shoes that are made for running. And in the past, the same thing has happened to me when it comes to me feeling a little bit of pressure on my knees from the impact of running on the road. But when I changed my shoes, because I realized that I had my shoes for too long and it was time to change it up from the wear and tear, that it really helped afterwards. And also purchasing a particular insole that goes into your shoe to provide a bit more comfort and a bit more cushion when you're running. Also, depending on the weather, dressing warm enough or cool enough will also help too. Now, if you guys are running indoors and it doesn't apply to you, but sometimes when I'm outside and it gets too cold and I'm not bundled up enough, that can also ruin my run too. So there are many factors to consider, but definitely getting a good set of gear for running, and even maybe purchase a new set of running gear might be more exciting, and the novelty of it will actually push you and motivate you to start running. Next thing is to make sure that you have an awesome playlist or something that you really enjoy listening to. And I'm someone that likes to kind of do multiple things at one time, but I pair it up with something that, I don't really have to think about. So if I'm running, I don't really have to be super concentrated running. I like to actually just put on a podcast that I love listening to, and I talk about how much I love listening to Jay Shetty, or various different soundtracks for running that really gets me pumped. And I just literally don't even realize that I'm running because I'm so engaged in what I'm listening to. And I think that that's probably one of the most important things for me when it comes to running, is finding something that I really enjoy listening to and then running with it. My next tip is to find a running buddy. Now, we all know that sometimes doing things with someone else or a friend and make it into like an event makes it a lot more fun and interesting to look forward to. So if you find someone that you can run with, that way you can make it a group activity and also bond along the way. And it also helps to be each other's accountability partner, so you can motivate one another if you're just not feeling up for running. My fourth tip is to track your success. So there are tons of apps out there to help track how long you've ran, what's the distance, how many calories you're burning, and what great way to measure your success and to help measure your progress than these apps. And if you're looking for a bit of motivation and you're always trying to kind of improve, then this would be a great way for you to kind of track how far you ran. So some days, for myself, I like to run, short distances, and sometimes I'm aiming for like the long runs, and the only way that I can track my progress is through the app. That's a great way to keep myself motivated. Another tip I have for you guys is also to find an interesting trail to run in. So recently I discovered a trail that is really close to my house that for 2 years that I was living here, I did not even know that it exists. And it was a complete game changer for me because it was like this mini forest with this beautiful trail and water. It was gorgeous, and I became so much more excited to run, knowing the fact that I would get to enter this like fantasy dream world, and it was the perfect escape, and pairing it up with running, perfect way for me to get some vitamin D as well. So, explore around, find out what trails are around you. You don't have to just run on the treadmill, you don't have to just run on the road. There are various areas that I'm sure that you might not have discovered that you can run around to. My next tip is to go slow and at the pace that you feel comfortable with. You don't have to begin right away and start aiming to run for a marathon or start sprinting in your runs. Definitely go at your own pace. If you want to start walking and then work yourself up to a slow jog, that's great. If you want to start with a slow jog and start running up to a faster pace, that's great. The key is to start. The key is to get your body moving, get out there, and that way you can improve as you go along and as you start incorporating running into your daily routine. My last and final tip for you all is to join a community, a runner's club. I have accountability partners. When you are surrounded with like-minded individuals who share the same goals as you, it really helps to motivate you, and it really helps to inspire you, especially on the days that you just don't feel like going and you need just a little bit of push. Being part of a club like that will definitely help you, give you the extra push that you need, and get yourself out there. That's all the tips I have for you. I hope that you were able to find value with this video, and if you do, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and comment below. If you guys have questions about my program, Survive to Thrive, where I help share more ideas on how to relieve stress and how to incorporate stress management and time management into your day, then all the description is down below. As always, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.